Hello and welcome. Today's training is part 5 of my Power Patterns series. And today I'm going to be teaching you the how and the why to creating a powerful vision. But before I jump in and get started, I'm recording this live. So I do want to know if you are here with me live, please comment and let me know. Or if you're watching the replay, comment and also let me know. And I'm just going to double check that I am streaming into my Powerful Potential free Facebook group. I want to make sure I can see myself. Give it another second or two. And for those of you watching the replay, welcome. I'm glad you're here. What I believe is so true, and this has happened in my life, and I know that it's happened in my clients' life and people who follow me and others. Even though this is being recorded live, and even though I'm training and teaching now in this moment in time, which is December 30th of 2020, the content is eternal. It is everlasting, and it will reach you in the moment in time that you most need it and that you are ready to apply it. So I'm excited hearing a couple years down the road of people watching this replay on how it landed for you and how it supported you in your goals and your life vision. I'll also let you know, off to my left-hand side here is my dog. His name is Bo. He's looking out the window and he may bark at any given moment. That is just the reality of being live with an animal in the room with you. So let me introduce myself before I dive into the content here. And I'm going to keep this as part of the training series. Well, I just realized you might not be able to hear me because these headphones. So let me put these headphones on because the microphone is here. Okay, good. You guys, I was talking, forgetting that I was using these headphones to record. All right, so I see some of you are live now. Let me know that you're here. I'm seeing you guys pop on. Let me know, make a comment so that I know you can hear me. And that's perfect because I just spent the first 2.5 minutes kind of rambling anyway, so you haven't missed anything. And now finally the audio is good because I am using the proper microphone. So here's what I'm excited to announce to you today. This is part 5 of our training series. And I'm going to read these off to you. So if you missed these trainings, don't worry. You can go back. You can view them in any order. But essentially, these are the 5 things that I know through my own experience and through coaching hundreds of people over the past 7 years. These are the processes that are going to change your life when you apply them. So today we're talking about creating a big vision for your future, but these are the other ones that you can find in the units within the Facebook group, or you can go into the Member Vault area and you can find all of these in the free Member Vault area as well. But here are the trainings in case you missed them. Training number 1 was feelings are powerful tools. So I walked you through the process of using your emotions as an indicator and as a tool, and I taught you how to shift those emotions. So go back and watch the recording for that one. The second one was this thing called the model. It is taught by the Life Coach School, and it is essentially your thoughts create your results. So it's teaching you how to reframe your thoughts so that you can get new results. Training number 3 was making decisions from your potential, right? I'm all about potential. This is about your identity. This is about who you're stepping into, who you're being, what that person has. You know, if they have $1 million in the bank, if they have the family, you start to operate and make decisions as that person. And then lastly, last week, I did creating clarity through values, and I taught you and walked you through creating your values. And today, we're going to wrap this all up in a beautiful bow with creating a powerful vision. Okay. Okay, great. I see looks like Joan is here. Hi, great. Beautiful. And anybody else who's on live, make sure that you comment so that I know that you're here. I love knowing that you're here, and I love knowing if this is landing for you. Okay, so let me dive right into this training. First of all, what is a vision? Why is it important, right? And also, if you're here and you don't know who I am, my name's Gammy. I am an intuitive life coach. I am the baby Yoda for you. What that means is I help you tap into your potential, the quantum potential. I work with a lot of people who are very practical, very get it done, very driven. Tell me the process, tell me the solution. And that's how I was. But what I help you to do is realize there is an additional component that lies underneath. It's your subconscious mind, it's your energy, it's your thoughts, it's your patterns. And I help you to step into the spirituality, into the energy, into the connectedness of all of who you are being in any moment. And that is how we co-create the life that you desire together. So I come alongside you as your baby Yoda to reflect and to coach and to partner with you to help you get what you want. But not only that, the people that I work with, when they get what they want, everybody wins, right? When you have the business that you love, you're happier with your family. When you're making the money that you desire, you're able to give back and contribute in a bigger way. When you are able to set healthy boundaries and communicate, everyone in your realm, in your family, in your business, as your coworkers, your bosses, anyone is going to benefit. So that is what we do together. That is the power of life coaching. And that's why I created this training series so you can get a jump start on this. And if you've watched these trainings or if you're just tuning in now, my call to action for you is to implement these things, but also to reach out to me to book a consult to learn how life coaching can support you. And we will break down exactly where you want to be, exactly what is blocking you in that hour consultation call. And at the end of the call, you can decide whether we are a good fit to continue working together, or you will have clarity, complete clarity, and a sense of direction on where and how to get what you want, right? Because a lot of times we're spinning our wheels, not realizing why we are stuck. Okay, so I invite you to do that. I invite you to reach out to me to book a call. Very simple. Yay. Okay. I have Christine here. She says, hey, baby Yoda. Thank you. And I have Lisa here. Good morning. Okay. I love it. So let's dive into this. Let's dive into the vision casting process. And I just did a post today of me like sitting here doing a selfie with my ring, my wedding ring on, me thinking back to 3 years ago when I really got clear on my vision. And I worked with a coach, Joel Brown. He is the founder of Addicted to Success, one of the top websites, motivational websites out there. And he shared a stage with people like Tony Robbins, with people like Bob Proctor. He's worked in the realm of very successful, influential people, and he was my coach. And he trained me on creating a 10-year vision the whole way out. Yes, 10 years from now. So maybe we're 50, maybe we're 60, maybe we're 70, maybe we're 80. Age is just a number. It doesn't matter. It's never too late. You're never too old. You're never too young to begin this vision casting process. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you this. When people work with me one-on-one, we work together for 6 months. We completely transform everything. And, I've had a client that's worked for me 1 to 2 years or longer, right? You having a coach doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. In fact, it means you're reaching your next level. And then we're going to the next level. And then we're going to the next level. And the reason I say this is because I've presented this vision casting to my clients and they start to get overwhelmed. And I too, when I was looking 10 years out, I was getting overwhelmed. I was like, I don't know what it's going to be like in 10 years. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? Where am I going to be? Where am I going to live? Like, I was getting so caught up in the details. So the reason I'm telling you this is it is normal for your brain to freak the F out when you're asking it to plan for your future, when you are asking it to think about having all the money that you could ever desire, all of the abundance, the most amazing relationships. Your brain is going to freak out and tell you that it's not possible, or it's going to get hung up on the tiny details of like, well, I don't know. What color is my house going to be? Is it going to be blue or gray? Right? It doesn't matter. That is just your brain stopping you from stepping into your potential. So all of it's normal. I guarantee you when you sit down to do this process, your brain's going to freak out. It's normal and it is okay and it's completely appropriate. And you can just say, oh, interesting. Cami said this is going to happen and it's happening and it's okay. All right. So I was thinking of myself, I wanted to paint a picture first because those of you who don't know my story, or those of you who are just finding me for the first time, I want to paint a picture of where I was 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, I was working for a sports nutrition company. I was selling protein bars and protein shakes. I was traveling across the country and I was making really good money living in California. And I had like 16% body fat. I had all of these external things that looked like I should be happy. However, I knew I wasn't following my passion, right? I just wasn't following what was true for me. I was working a job. It had me traveling all the time. I wasn't able to be home. It was really frustrating. I was expected to work all the time, and it just wasn't in alignment with me. For someone else, it may have been great, right? But what was happening was because I was afraid to leave because of security, because I knew I was making money and I didn't really know where I was going to go next, I kept dragging my feet. And it was like 2 years in, 3 years in, I knew I shouldn't be there. And my attitude started to get bad. So I started to resent the company. I started to be resentful of how many hours they were making me work, how much travel they were making me do. I wanted to make more money. And my attitude was becoming poor because I wasn't following my aligned action. I wasn't in my intuition. I wasn't taking action from the place where I knew I needed to be. So what happened was December of 2014, I got notification from my boss. We are letting you go. It's no longer a good fit. Your attitude is crappy. We've given you several warnings and, January 2nd is going to be your last day. So I was having a meltdown in 2014. 2015, I was like trusting God, like, okay, this is going to work. I'm just going to do my own thing, right? So I jumped into a network marketing business. I invested all my money there. I invested all my money into all my savings and definitely some on credit card into my first business coach. I decided I was going to go into online fitness and nutrition coaching, and I was going to do network marketing, and it was going to be great. And I was going to make $1 million in a year. Okay. So I started off the year so strong, like we all do. We get so excited. This is what I'm going to do. But that year of 2015 was one of the most challenging years of my life because yes, I invested. Yes, I said yes to myself, but I thought the results were going to come so much quicker. And I started to judge myself for not making that $1 million in the first year like I knew I would, right? So there is such a thing as setting too high of goals in too short of a time frame. But here's what I know now, 6 years later. I know that $1 million is absolutely inevitable for me. Now I know I don't need to put a time frame on it, but absolutely it will happen before the 10-year mark of me being an online entrepreneur. Okay? So what I've learned over this process is a lot of times we set big goals with short windows and then we judge ourselves for not completing it. What I'm asking you to do and inviting you to do is create a 10-year vision that is huge, that makes you want to throw up, and you set tangible goals along the way of, okay, if this is my 10-year vision, then year 1, I'm going to be doing this. Year 2, I'll be doing this. Year 3, so 4, and so on, right? And I do have a workshop that's like a 3-hour workshop for this entire process. But today, I want you to get value on at least creating a 1-year, a 3-year, a 5-year vision, okay? And then you and I can work together on a one-on-one basis to get you to that 10-year plan. Or you can let me know if you want the recording of the workshop that I have for this. But I want you to know, number 1, it's going to be tricky when your brain tells you it's not possible. And then number 2, don't get caught up on the exact time frame of it happening. Some of my things happen sooner, right? At that time, 6 years ago, I was in this dead-end relationship. I was with somebody who never said, I love you. He was not going to marry me. And we were together for 9 years. And in that time frame, I was like, I want to be married. I want to be married. And all of this happened, that was 2016 when I set that intention. It was 2018 when I hired my coach that helped me with my vision process, dig into my values, started taking aligned action. And now I am happily married. I got married this year in 2020. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. But what I'm telling you also is where you are now doesn't matter in relationship to where you're going. At that time, I had no job, I had no money, I had a horrible relationship, but I was able to paint the vision for a compelling future that allowed me to go through the hardships that I've gone through in the past 6 years of running this business, of going back to work, of getting fired 3 times. Yeah, I got fired 2 more times after that, of working 6 part-time jobs and making $60 a week, of investing in my coach again when I didn't know where the money was coming from, of then this year 15xing my income. But all of that came through the trials and tribulations and hardships because my eyes were always focused on my vision. And I always was moving towards this place of inevitability, right? Right now, you might be in the place of impossibility. Like, no, it's impossible. Do you even know where I come from, my background, my degree, my lack of education, whatever? You might be in a place of impossibility. What I want to get you to in this call today is possibility. That is it. I want to get you out of the mindset of what's realistic, of what your college professors told you, of what your parents told you. This is what you do for safety. No, you can't be a musician. You need to work a steady, stable job. And I want you to get into possibility. That is the outcome for this call today. Okay. Yes. Lisa says, paint the vision for a compelling future. Love this. Yes. That vision is what propels us forward when it gets hard, when we don't feel like doing it, when it feels like everything's not working. That allows us to take one step and one step and one step and one step. That's why I have my vision board right behind me on the wall. I look at it every day. If you can see it in the corner as these dogs, I really want to save dogs. So when I'm getting irritated about the Facebook algorithm not showing my posts, I go, you know what? I trust and believe the right people at the right time are going to enter into my arena. And I'm not going to freak out about the Facebook algorithm because my vision is about saving animals and investing into young people. And who am I to get stuck on the Facebook algorithm upsetting me whenever this is my bigger vision? So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep trusting. I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to keep showing up because my vision is bigger than what I can see right now, which is 3 people tuning in live right now, right? But I want to tell you this because I'm practicing it right here with you. 3 people tuning in live right now means nothing. Not to say that you beautiful, amazing people don't mean anything. But what I'm saying is that 3 people reality is not the real reality because this is a time and energy investment that's going out into the interwebs where people are going to be seeing this and affected by this video right now, 10 years into the future. So what we can see with our eyes right now is 3 people, but what I'm thinking about is 3,000 people, 300,000 people because of compounded interest over time, because of consistency, because of the way networking works. This is going to be seen by more than just 3 people. So I want you to test that for yourself as well. Are you looking at your bank account going, this is how much is in there, and trying to create a vision based on what's currently in your bank account? No, ma'am, no, sir, that's not the way to do it. You create it based off of what is my big vision for the future? What do I desire? What impact do I want to have? What legacy do I want to leave? When I am on my deathbed, what do I want to have contributed? What foundations, what donations, what impact? How have I wanted to change my community, the world, the causes that I care about? That is what matters, not the $3 in your bank account, the 3 people who liked your posts, right? That is not what we're creating from. So I want you right now to actually, like, in your chair, or if you're standing up, or if you're driving, don't do it if you're driving, but I want you to physically, like, put one step forward and put the other foot forward and actually commit, lean in with your body and commit that I am stepping into creating from possibility right now from this moment forward. I am no longer creating from realistic or reality. Okay. All right. And that's actually number one of this 5-part process, which I have a little bit of time to get through. All right. So this is the 5 parts to a powerful vision. Okay. Number one is everything is possible. All of these are E's. So these are the 5 E's. If you want to write these down, everything is possible. So go bigger, create from a place of possibility. A way for you to do this is to imagine 10 years from now, if I truly had everything I desire, what would it look like? Do not be realistic. Okay. And I actually had this. I'm telling you this because my brain was doing it. I was writing a vision. I journal every morning about my vision, about my manifestations. And I was writing my vision on, okay, I want this car and I want the debt to be paid off. And then I want this car for my husband. And I started to negotiate with myself and I want to make this investment in my business. And I was like, well, I guess, and I started to trade off. Well, I can't do that. And I can't do that. Well, I'm gonna have to trade and we're not going to have enough. And I was like, wait a minute, no. And I turned the next page and I was like, this is what I desire. My husband gets a car paid cash. I get a car paid cash. All my debt is paid off cash. I have a savings account for my college or my college tuition for my child who is on its way. And I just started to say, okay, no, I'm not doing this from realistic. This is exactly what I desire. And that's the game I'm playing. Okay. Not realistic, but just everything you desire, write it down. Number 2, emotion. Feel it now. And this is a really great example of what happened to me. When I was writing it and I was trying to be realistic about it, the emotion that was coming up was scarcity. So I was putting scarcity right into my vision as I was writing it down. And I was like, ooh, I was feeling the emotion of scarcity as I was writing my vision. And then I turned the page and I was like, no, I am committed to creating from abundance, from I could get to have everything. This is ideally everything that how it's going to look. And I just started writing it all out and I started feeling it. And I was like, ooh, that feels so good to walk in and pay cash for my husband's truck. Ooh, that feels so good to be in the SUV that I want to be in, right? And again, it's not to say that I'm not thankful for everything I have right now in this moment. Feel gratitude for what you have right now. Currently, right now, I drive a 2003 Hyundai Sonata. It is the golden goddess. It is a grandma car to beat all grandma cars. And I am so grateful. I don't have any car payment. It has a sunroof. It has a great gas mileage and it has such low miles. You guys, it only has 87,000 miles on it. And it is almost a 20-year-old car at this point. Okay. It is a miracle. It reminds me of a miracle. So although I'm driving it and I'm envisioning the SUV that I desire, I am so grateful in that moment for the car I'm driving now. Okay. So it doesn't mean you're not grateful for what you have. You are grateful for what you have and you're envisioning what you want for your future. All right. Number 3, envision. All right. So number 1 was everything is possible. Number 2 is emotion. Feel it now. Number 3 is envision. Visualize it. That's why we create vision boards. Okay. We create vision boards because what it does is it creates, I have a background in neuroscience too, you guys. I'm a total nerd about this, but it creates this activation of our reticular activating system, also known as the RAS, whatever you want to call it. And when we're thinking about something we desire, we start to see it everywhere. And our brain doesn't know the difference between something that we vividly visualize and something that has really happened. And there is a study that was done by people playing the piano in their mind or playing the piano for real. And the people who just practiced playing the piano in their mind were able to play the piano just as well as the people who actually practice it for real. Okay? So this is powerful. Sit down. Take a couple deep breaths. Look at your vision board if you have it. Read over your written vision. If you're a person who writes it, read it again. But embody it, right? Actually envision it, see it, feel it, touch it. Sit in the car, feel the steering wheel, smell the new car smell, right? Dance, embody of what would I do if I was in that moment? I was so excited that this amount of money just hit my bank account, that I just got offered this job or whatever it is. Envision it and use all of the senses. The next one is embody. Okay. Embody. Number 4 is embody. This goes back to talking about identity and your potential. And this is embody the identity of the person who has the things. You have the car, you have the money, you have the beautiful relationship, you have the smoking hot body, you're really confident. What does that person do? What do they say? What do they wear? Embody that and walk throughout your day as that person. And I've done this. I actually was coaching one of my coaches who I've certified on creating 12K in her business. And I did this whole process and I also did it with myself. And I said, okay, if I made 12K today, how would I walk? How would I talk? How would I show up? And I remember specifically when I did that, I was going to get a massage that day. Actually, it was a Friday. I was going to get a massage. It was like beautiful here in North Carolina. But when I embodied 12K Cami and I practiced that, all of a sudden the sun was brighter. I was smiling more. I had like a little pep in my step. I tipped my masseuse $20. Like I felt like I was so abundant just giving her all the money. I was looking people in the eye and smiling at them. So there is nothing stopping us now from embodying the person who we will be when that thing happens. And I'm telling you right now, I've already created 12K in my business in just a few weeks. Yes, as part of all the things I'm teaching you, but because of, I finally know after the 6 years of investing in coaches, coaching myself, being coached, is we be it before we see it. Okay? You be it before you see it. You must be in the energy of the thing. And I actually have upped my goal now. And I've started to step into 25K, right? I've started to step into 25K. Okay. If I made 25K right now today, what would I wear? What would I show up as? And actually, that's how I picked my outfit today. I was like, ooh, this yellow is popping in, just some rare, just some fire. So you can step into the energy of the money, the relationship, the career, right? The travel, whatever, the body, you can step into it now. Okay. Embody it. And then number 5 is empower. Okay. This is empower / evidence. Okay. This is why I want you to see and seek out evidence that it is possible. That is why I share my wins with you. That is why I share my money breakthroughs. That is why I show my ring and say, I'm married now, look at me. It's not to go, oh, look at me, everyone, right? Because what I want to do is show you what's possible. If you are in no relationship right now and you have zero prospects of finding a good man or woman in your life, I want you to see that it is possible with these processes that I'm taking you through to create that results that you desire, even if it doesn't look like it's possible. Okay. So use me as an example. Just a few years ago, I was in this relationship. It was going nowhere. I showed up on the scene. It was like, I want to be married. I dated 2 people on an app. The second person is my husband. Here we are, right? Within a span of 2 years of knowing him, we are now married because I was so clear on all these things I'm teaching you. Okay. So I'm saying that to celebrate. Yes. Because there was a time in my life where I didn't think it was possible. And I want you to feel this empowerment and see the evidence that it is possible. The other thing, just last year, I got released. I got let go for the 3rd time from a job. Now, this time was very different because I was ready and I was willing and I manifested it. But in December of 2019, I was making $0 in my business. Zero. I maybe sold the vision board workshop. So I maybe made $180 that month, maybe. And now, this past month, I made over $9,000 in my business. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I'm saying that to say, use me as evidence that it is possible. I found a coach. I used her as evidence. She made $100,000 in 90 days. That is still on my vision board. That is still something that I know is inevitable for me. And I align myself with people who have the evidence so that I can be in their energy, so I can be in their belief. And you guys do the same thing with me. Let that be something that you can believe in. In just a short year of me making $90, right? And then I made $9,000 in a month. All right. So I see Lisa typing up everything in the chat. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to recap this and I'm going to give you some tools that you can use so that right now in the energy that you're in, you're going to get started on this vision process. Okay. So number one, everything is possible. Sit down, set your space, get in a place of possibility. Number two, emotion, feel it. Feel it now as if it's happening now. Number three, envision it, see it, feel it, taste it, touch it, use all of the emotions, embody it, dance through it. Number four, embody it. Embody the identity of the person who has the thing. And number five, empower yourself with evidence that it is possible. Okay. So these are the steps right now. Stop the car, pull over, do whatever you need to do, schedule the time, sit down for an uninterrupted hour, an hour where you are just going to journal. Okay. Journal as if the thing has already happened. I am so grateful now that we bought my husband's truck. We have $50,000 in our savings. We have a fully paid off our house, whatever. Write it all down as if it's already happened now. This is the framework. This is the movie screen. This is the script. This is the playfulness of it. Don't take yourself too seriously. Notice when your brain wants to stop you. Notice when your brain thinks you need to trade something. Well, we'll have a small house. Well, we'll choose a house or a car. I don't want to ask for too much. No, ask for it all. Ask for it all. Here's why. You are training your brain for what is possible. Listen, for those of you who have faith like I do, don't worry. God's not going to give it all to you if it's not good for you and good for everybody in your life. It's not going to contribute. So don't worry. You don't have so much control that you're just going to get everything that you ask for and you're going to become a horrible person, right? If it's for you and it's for the highest good of everyone in your vicinity, it's going to happen. So ask for it all as a practice to start to open up your brain to potential relationships, to potential solutions, to potential jobs, to potential opportunities, clients that you were so closed off from before. And when we're closed off, that is when we're in scarcity. That is when we're in lack. So let this be your abundance practice. You just practice imagining what it's like to have it all, to have all the things, and to be able to give back, and to have enough to share, and to buy your mom a house, and to buy her a car, right? Imagine you're Oprah. Step in the shoes of Oprah today where she's like, you get a car, you get a car. Let's play, okay? Make it fun. Make it fun, make it playful, and just spend an hour doing this with yourself. Spend an hour closing your eyes and envisioning. Spend an hour just feeling into the energy of having it, of being that person, of what you'd be wearing, and just have fun with it, okay? And then I invite you to visit it, whether it's on a vision board, whether it's in your journal, daily. Visit it daily so that you're stepping into the energy of that daily, okay? And then last but not least, if you're gaining value from these trainings, once and for all, book a consultation call with me. You can reach out to me directly, or you can go to my website, camikennedy.com/call. Get a slot on my calendar. I promise you, it will change your life. It will change your perspective, even if we don't end up working together. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Oh, Kiara, thank you. Makeup is on point. I appreciate that. All right, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye.